Yo, what's poppin' short? You're boring. Yo, what's poppin' Bradola? Came back from PGL, nice bro. You were first, Shark. Well done. Damn. Shark, you still need to send me my edit, bro. You sent the wrong link. So the link you sent me is for one of the unedited clips. Yo, say less Holker. Thank you, man, for the follow. Thank you, Trey, for the follow. Thank you, TT, for the follow. Thank you, CK, for the follow. Thank you, MM, for the follow. Appreciate you, Shark. Thank you, C. Appreciate you came. Thank you, Came, for the follow. Thank you, Strain, for the follow. Thank you, Help, for the follow. Thank you, Came, for the follow. Thank you, Lexi, for the follow. My name is pinned in the comments if you want a 1v1. Of course, Precious. I'll put my name in the my name is pinned in the comments if you want a 1v1, Precious. Thank you for the pin, Brooke. Thank you, User Soul, for the follow. What's poppin', Danny? Thank you, Woe, for the follow. Thank you, Shro, for the follow. Thank you, Bro, for the follow. Thank you, Tro, for the follow. Thank you, User Soul, for the follow. Thank you, Sun, for the follow. I'm good, Brooke. How are you? Been at work. And then I had to come home, cook. It's been a long day. Prediction, next player is a hacker. I hope not. I really hope not. You made an edit, Bradola. Nice. What have you been busy with, Brooke? I did shade. I did main. You're very early today. If you're on YT, hit a sub. Hello again, brother. Yo, where's him? Universe. Thank you, Era Ivan, for the rose. Thank you, TJ, for the rose. Thank you, M, for the follow. Thank you, Derek King, for the follow. Wait, I did send you the one, Redz. Nah, press that link, Shark. You know what? Go on our Discord chat, Shark. Press that link and you'll see it's the wrong one. W user Sal. Thank you for the follow, Danny. Thank you for the follow, Pete. Thank you for the follow, John. See you later, whole command. Nice to have you here. Everybody double tap the screen. Nah, it's not. Press the nah, it's not Shark. Press the link and you'll see it's not the same. Appreciate you, Soul. Yeah, press the link in our Discord, Shark, and you'll see it's the wrong link. Thank you, Stray, for the follow. Thank you, Arrow, for the follow. Thank you, 485 for the follow. Thank you, Treaty, for the follow. Thank you, Ratlin, for the follow. Thank you, BD, for the follow. Thank you, Victor, for the follow. Thank you, E-Money, for the follow. Thank you, Ethan Carter, for the follow. Thank you, Olivia Bennett, for the follow. Thank you, Liam Walker, for the follow. Thank you, Amelia Hughes, for the follow. Thank you, Noah Parker, for the follow. Thank you, Sophia Reed, for the follow. Thank you, Mason Turner, for the follow. Thank you, Ava Collins, for the follow. Error, I don't gift, bro. Thank you, Grace Mitchell, for the follow. Thank you, Lucas Foster, for the follow. Pardon me. For the actual edit, Shark. Like the actual original edit you took. I don't actually have that many guns. I got bow, assault rifle, gunblade, RPG, sniper, paintball, permafrost. Thank you, Waleed, for the follow. Daggers, handgun, shorty, Uzi, energy. Not many guns. How many keys you got? 760. Wait, if I hide... No, that's right. There. Can you see that now? I got 760 keys. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Shark. Let me check out now. Yeah, so we got a lot of keys. I got a keys. I got a keys. No, not this link, bro. Wait. See, this is not the edit. This is just a random video, Shark. This video that you posted, I need this original video. I need this. I don't want the link to this video. I need the original video. I don't gift, bro. I do not gift ores. Yeah, you might get it now. See you later, so. Appreciate. You're getting better with satchel. Come on, bro. I'm gonna be the best knife player before you know. Thank you, Noah, for the follow. Thank you, Grace, for the follow. Thank you, Benjamin, for the follow. Thank you, Chloe, for the follow. Thank you, James, for the follow. Thank you, Taz, for the follow. Thank you, King of Edits, for the follow. Thank you, Mia, for the follow. Thank you, Alexander, for the follow. Thank you, Seist Reality, for the follow. Bradola, what did you send the edit on? Thank you, Harper, for the follow. Thank you, Samuel, for the follow. Thank you, Gojo, for the follow. Thank you, HSQZ, for the follow. Nice. Wow! That was good. That was really good. Thank you, user, for the follow. Nassim with the heart, me and the rose, you know. Thank you, user, for the follow. Shout out user 6600. New heart me emojis. Whoa, those are quite good. Don't apologize, Flamey. Does it? Nah, the teleporter still doesn't work. Why is it being stupid? Thank you, Carl, for the follow. Thank you, Vaughn, for the follow. Thank you, Harper, for the follow. Thank you, Zoe, for the follow. Thank you, David, for the follow. From lobby to chart 1. You're working, Redz? Where are you working to, bro? Thank you, Sweet TY, for the follow. Thank you, Vaughn, for the follow. Thank you, Andrew, for the follow. Thank you, Evie, for the follow. Thank you, Christopher, for the follow. Thank you, Adam, for the follow. Thank you, Sean, for the follow. Yeah, send me the edit. Thank you, Daisy, for the follow. Thank you, Knight, for the follow. Thank you, Ellis, for the follow. Thank you, Ryan, for the follow. Thank you, Zen, for the follow. Thank you, Squirrel, for the follow. Thank you, Zen, for the follow. Thank you, Squirrel, for the follow. Thank you, Alex, for the follow. Oh, hi, Mimi. I didn't see you there. Bruh. Thank you, Rocco, for the follow. Thank you, Broski, for the follow. Thank you, Mohammed, for the follow. Thank you, Cole, for the follow. Thank you, Matthews, for the follow. Thank you, Rosie, for the follow. Thank you, Adam, for the follow. Thank you, Strange, for the follow. Thank you, Mr. Shadow X, for the follow. Thank you, Alex, for the follow. Thank you, Leo, for the follow. Thank you, May, for the subscribe. Shark, are you sure you haven't just sent the same link that you sent 4 times last time? If I click on it and it's the same edit, sorry, the same unedited clip. Thank you, Mohid, for the follow. Thank you, Leo, for the follow. I can't play against Auto Knife. Auto anything is just impossible. It's just impossible. They win. I have to give it to him every time. Bro. How is that not a backstab? Thank you, Kev, for the follow. Thank you, Dan Creator, for the follow. Thank you, Daisy, for the follow. Thank you, Adam, for the follow. Thank you, Dan Creator, for the follow. I don't gift skin cases. Thank you, Landon, for the follow. Thank you, Greg, for the follow. Thank you, Steve-O, for the follow. Thank you for the pin. Redz, when more clips. Flamey does deserve more clips. You can 1v1 me, bro. My name's pinned in the comments. Just drop me a friend request and we can 1v1, bro. Not a problem. Thank you, Brian, for the follow. Thank you, Bri for the follow. Thank you. Thank you, Jaden Fraser, for the follow. Thank you, Christopher Dean, for the follow. Thank you, Hannah Perry, for the follow. Don't worry, I got rid of that burrito guy. I will check it out after this game. I have 43 subs. I just checked. 7 to go. You're so close, bro. He's not in the live anymore. I got rid of him. Thank you, Clyde, for the follow. I appreciate that, my boy. Thank you, Isla Morris, for the follow. Thank you, Joseph Turner, for the follow. Thank you, Harper Bell, for the follow. Thank you, Isaac Holmes, for the follow. You're at 161. This is it. I have it. This is it. This is all I asked for. Shark. Thank you. We can upload that after. Can you gift? Sorry, Corey Baller. I don't gift, bro. Sorry, Corey. Thank you, DYK, for the follow. Crazy reaction. All I told him was you didn't gift. I know. No, that reaction was crazy. He had to get blocked for that reaction alone. I had to block him from the live. So, Shark, I didn't know how else to explain it to you, bro. That's why the other day I just gave up because yesterday I didn't know how to explain it. I just gave up. Thank you, Leo, for the follow. Thank you, Nassim, for all the gifts. Fair enough. Unfortunately, I don't gift, bro, even on birthdays. Nah, you're good, Shark. I just didn't know how else to explain it, bro. Of course you can play with me, Butter. Thank you for the follow. My name's pinned in the comments. Just come through. Thank you, Leo, for the follow. Thank you, Nathaniel, for the follow. Thank you, Sean, for the follow. Thank you, Trey, for the follow. Thank you, Dylan, for the follow. Thank you, Georgia, for the follow. Thank you, Cool Kid, for the follow. Thank you, Batma, for the follow. Thank you, Connor, for the follow. Thank you, Jacob, for the follow. Thank you, Tekka, for the follow. Thank you, Ghostface, for the follow. Thank you, Teleman Slacks, for the follow. Thank you, Sadface, for the follow. Thank you, PR, for the follow. Thank you, Anonimo, for the follow. Thank you, Amber, for the follow. Thank you, Lane, for the follow. Nah, you're all good, Shark. Thank you for editing that, man. I appreciate it. I'll check your friend request after this game, mate. Yeah, but I need to make sure it's fair for everyone to edit clips, bro. And you have edited a few clips now, Flamey. So I just need to make it fair for everyone. Yo, what's good, young JJ? What's good, Parth? Thank you, Parth, for the follow, bro. Nah, Flamey, you're not fire, bro. Don't be silly. Thank you, Jasmine, for the follow. Thank you, Leo, for the follow. Thank you, Cross, for the follow. Thank you, Barker, for the follow. Thank you, Paige, for the follow. Thank you, Owens, for the follow. Thank you, Jacob, for the follow. Thank you, Stevens, for the follow. Thank you, Trey, for the follow. Thank you, Demi, for the follow. What's poppin', Teleman, Sanyan? Hit a follow, bro. What's good, Tito? Thank you, Joshua, for the follow. Thank you, Harvey, for the follow. Thank you, Islam, for the follow. Thank you, Terry Vlogs, for the follow. Thank you, Leah Hudson, for the follow. Thank you, Logan Pearson, for the follow. Thank you, Molly Boyd, for the follow. Edit a few too, by the way. That's 2 more than I think a lot of other people have done. Diamond still hasn't edited one. I sent him clips like a month ago. Rip those clips. Thank you, Terry, for the follow. Thank you, Abangjing, for the follow. Thank you, Raptor, for the follow. Thank you, Chat, for the follow. Thank you, T, for the follow. Thank you, GPT, for the follow. Thank you, M, for the follow. Thank you, Richard, for the follow. Thank you, your boy Johnny, for the follow. Thank you, ... for the follow. I love your shorts, keep it up. Thank you, Teleman. Thank you, Noah, for the follow. Thank you, Goku, for the follow. Thank you, Spam Dark Sun, for the follow. Thank you, the Mobin Leg guy. The Mobin Leg. That Mobing Leg guy. That Mobin Leg guy. Thank you, Ian Flash, for the follow. Thank you, Florence, for the follow. Thank you, Webb, for the follow. Thank you, Georgia Ford, for the follow. Thank you, Alicia, for the follow. Thank you, Strange, for the follow. Thank you, Waze, for the follow. Thank you, Google, for the follow. Thank you, Maps, for the follow. Do you have all weapons in rival? I do not. Main editor have vibes. What's wrong with your tooth, Shark? Who is the main editor? Chat, I do accept all friend requests. Make sure you are following to play. My name's pinned in the comments. Thank you, Mort, for the follow. Thank you, Mork, for the follow. Thank you, Reverse Rizzler, for the follow. GG Redz, GG, bro. Thank you, Naomi, for the follow. Thank you, Turner, for the follow. Thank you, Isaac, for the follow. Thank you, Elijah, for the follow. Thank you, Bennett, for the follow. Thank you, Imogen, for the follow. Thank you, Carter, for the follow. Thank you, Brooke, for the follow. Thank you, Hamilton, for the follow. Thank you, Zachary, for the follow. Thank you, Summer, for the follow. Thank you, Blake, for the follow. Thank you, Natasha, for the follow. Thank you, A, for the follow. Thank you, Nico, for the follow. Thank you, Strange Ways, for the follow. Thank you, B, for the follow. Thank you, Megan, for the follow. What's poppin', Zay? How are you, man? Thank you, Taylor, for the follow. Thank you, Jasmine, for the follow. Hello, Brandy Rogers. How are you? The broke off, you know, the reinforced ping pong table. Ah, painful, man. Damn, Flamey, do you have any evidence of these accusations? Painful, man. Thank you, Feroz, for the follow. Everybody double tap the screen. Thank you, Imogen Carter, for the follow. Thank you, Zachary Curtis, for the follow. Thank you, Sean Streak, for the follow. Thank you, Carter. Wish you was tough, for the follow. My name is pinned in the comments if you want to play Roblox with me. I don't know, Flamey. There are 14 stitches. It's crazy, man. That sounds painful. Thank you, BE, for the follow. Thank you, Trey, for the follow. Thank you, Stream, for the follow. Thank you, Richard, for the follow. Thank you, Derby, for the follow. Thank you, Ismail, too cool, for the follow. Thank you, BE, for the follow. You sent the friend request. I accepted all my friend requests, bro. You should be able to join. Thank you, Stranger, for the follow. Thank you, BY, for the follow. Thank you, ED, for the follow. Thank you, Stranger, for the follow. Thank you, Quinn, for the follow. Thank you, BY, for the follow. I have accepted all friend requests. Might accept your friend request. Come on, Shark. I believe in you, bro. Thank you, MY, for the follow. Thank you, BB, for the follow. Check your DMs right now. What do you rate my edit? 10, bro. Solid 10. Yo, what's poppin', twins? Thank you, user, for the follow. Middle bar set, hit a follow, bro. Your Discord DMs have proof. I don't know about this. Martin, if you wanna play with me, you need to add me. My name's pinned in the comments. Thank you, Sebastian, for the follow. Thank you, Cook, for the follow. Thank you, Stray, for the follow. Fair enough. Oh my god. Thank you, Big Josh, for the follow. What's poppin', Marlon? Bruh. Thank you, Sci Football for Life, for the follow. Thank you, Caitlin, for the follow. Thank you, Price, for the follow. Ah! Oh my god. It's actually painful. The bane of my fucking existence, bro. Appreciate you, Gojo. W Gojo. Which PC do you have? I got RTX 560. And I got a Ryzen 780X. Yo, what's up, Mr. Backvet? Thought you had a 570? No, I got a 560. Check sandbox right now. That is, yo, that's AI. Hey, yo, that's AI. That is AI. Chat, that's AI. Chat, that's the, yo, brother, that is AI. Brother, that is AI. This man has ChatGPT the answer. You're my friend from Roblox. Nice to see you, Rocco Dadom. Thank you, Freddie, for the follow. Thank you, Megan, for the follow. Thank you, Harry, for the follow. Thank you, Nicole White, for the follow. Thank you, Sebastian Cook, for the follow. Thank you, Rebecca, for the follow. Thank you, Edward King, for the follow. Thank you, Abigail Stone, for the follow. Thank you, Oscar Newman, for the follow. Thank you, Strange, for the follow. Thank you, BYD, for the follow. Thank you, Unknown, for the follow. Oh my god. Thank you, Mimi, for 3 hand hearts. Oh my god. Thank you for the hand heart, Mimi. Thank you for the hand heart, Mimi. Thank you for the hand heart, Mimi. Thank you for the follow, Rive. Thank you for the follow, Divine. Thank you for the follow, Unknown. Mimi with all the gifts. What's poppin', Psycho? Yo, the auto is strong with this one. I'm afraid he doesn't miss a shot. Thank you, Divine, for the follow. What's poppin', 2011? Thank you, Mika, for the follow. Thank you, Mika McColdgoo, for the follow. Thank you, 2011X, for the follow. Never in 27 years. What? Never give up, never. What? His auto is really strong. Thank you, Afan Edits, for the follow. Thank you, Harry Mills, for the follow. Thank you, Nicole White, for the follow. Thank you, Sebastian Cook, for the follow. Thank you, Rebecca, for the follow. Thank you, Caitlin Price, for the follow. Thank you, Archie Warren, for the follow. Thank you, Natasha Cole, for the follow. Thank you, I Love God, for the follow. Yeah, I have no idea why TikTok does that bleeping. I'm not even swearing. Thank you, Mimi, for the heart me, the 5 roses, the 5 roses. Thank you, Mimi, for the 10 TikToks and the 2 finger hearts. I appreciate you, Mimi. Thank you very much. I have no idea why TikTok does the bleeping. I don't swear. It's unnecessary, if you ask me. Matea the Incredible, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Pardon me. Jeez, he's a block wall. Level 100, maybe level 200 today. Oosh, I don't know about that. Level 200 is crazy. Check it, you accused me of fraud. Chat, this is AI evidence. This is fake Discord AI evidence. I did not consent to this AI evidence. Is there no one to 1v1? Interesting. Hello, Bogdan. I'm joking, Flamey. He tries stealing your fat bike. Why? You can 1v1? Yeah, come through, bro. There's not a lot of people here today. Maybe I started the stream too late today. It's the earliest I could start the stream, to be honest. I was working, then cooking. Finished work at 6 this week. Thank you, Buzz Tech, for the likes. 67 things to your weapon. 67, 67, 67, 67. 67, 67, 67. It's the Monday Blues. It must be because there's like no one here. Hello, the Bapt Pro. How are ya? Hello, Francis Butu. Hello, Leon Neck. How are you, Bath Pro? It is funny, Shark. What the Shark? Why are you speaking to yourself? Let me try to win on phone. Damn, that's brave. Who's this group of people? Must be. Look at this massive group of people. Thank you, I am life to follow. I appreciate you, dog. Thank you, Mimi, for the pin. Six, 7. The one with the wings. It drew me, bro. Mimi, do you want to join and do 2v2 duels? So we can do me and you, Mimi, against 2 random people, if you want. Because there's not enough people to 1v1. Shark's tired. Oh my god. No, so close yet so far. Thank you, Anime Edits Lawrence, for the follow. Shark is auto-typing. Damn. Shark is auto-typing. Say less, Bogdan. Unfortunately, I don't gift. Thank you, Naomi, for the follow. Thank you, Elijah, for the follow. Thank you, Imogen, for the follow. Thank you, Brooke, for the follow. Thank you, Zachary, for the follow. Thank you, Trey, for the follow. Thank you, BD, for the follow. Thank you, Patrick, for the follow. Thank you, Faith, for the follow. Thank you, Dawson, for the follow. Thank you, EE, for the follow. Thank you, B, for the follow. Thank you, Trey, for the follow. Thank you, Rebecca, for the follow. Everything autos to Redz. Thank you, Mimi, for the pin. Auto shoot plus crossbow for real. I've had enough of these auto shoots. Thank you, King, for the follow. What's poppin' BS low. Thank you, Megan, for the follow. Thank you, Taylor, for the follow. Thank you, Harry, for the follow. Thank you, Nicole, for the follow. Thank you, White, for the follow. Thank you, Sebastian, for the follow. Thank you, Rebecca, for the follow. Thank you, What's Poppin' Jaydan. Hello, thank you, Chris, for the follow. Thank you, Nicole, Sebastian, Edward, Abigail, Oscar, Victoria. Thank you, Paige, for the follow. Thank you, Luke, for the follow. Thank you, Stramos, for the follow. Thank you, Nine, for the follow. Thank you, Molly Boy, for the follow. Thank you, Logan Pearson, for the follow. Where are you from? England. Thank you, Strange, for the follow. Rebsy, hit a follow. Your hands are shaking 4 out of 7. That's still a good 3 out of 7, they're not. Best mobile player ever, for real. Thank you, Ratlinks, for the video. Thank you, Rebsy, for the follow. Thank you, Rebsy, for the follow. Thank you, Amir, for the follow. I don't gift. Thank you, Tamara, for the follow. Thank you, Molly, for the follow. Thank you, Logan, for the... Thank you, Sab Trades, for the follow. Thank you, Alice, for the follow. Thank you, Samara, yeah, for the follow. Thank you, George, for the follow. Do you live on the north side of England or south? I live on the southwest of England. How long are you going to be streaming? Probably about another hour or so. Thank you, Hickster, for the follow. Yo, nice to see you, user man. How come you change your name? You might come back for private server. Ah, okay, no worries. Yeah, I'll probably be live for another hour or so, so not much longer. If I don't see you, then have a good rest of your night. Thank you, Brooke. Thank you for coming through and modding. I shall see you soon. Thank you, Brooke. See you soon. I wanted to join your 1v1 life. You're welcome to, bro. You're actually going to the southwest of England? Nice. Where are you visiting? You have no idea? Nice. Enrique! Thank you, Enrique, for the follow. Hello, your beast. Hit follow if you're new in the stream. Thank you, Sean, for the follow. Thank you, Trey, for the follow. Thank you, EDD, for the follow. Thank you, Trey, for the follow. Thank you, M1, for the follow. Thank you, Mark, for the follow. Thank you, Tree Key, for the follow. Thank you, your beast, for the follow. Thank you, Trey, for the follow. Thank you, Tyler JB, for the follow. Thank you, Nido, bro, for the follow. If you want a 1v1, my name's pinned in the comments chat. Thank you, EM, for the follow. Thank you, Stranger, for the follow. Thank you, Mateo R, for the follow. Thank you, Haron93, for the follow. Thank you, Only Cool Kids, for the follow. Thank you, Megan, for the follow. Thank you, Hardly, for the follow. Thank you, Florence, for the follow. Thank you, Marito, for the follow. Thank you, Naruto, for the follow. Thank you, Stranger, for the follow. Thank you, Big Eats, for the follow. Thank you, PY, for the follow. Thank you, MY, for the follow. Thank you, Rivals Killer, for the follow. Yo, Redz, can you comment one of my vids, one or something that I can let your fantasy for a name? Use your fantasy for a name. Yeah, say less, bro. Thank you, RMP, for the follow. Thank you, Max, for the follow. Thank you, Alice, for the follow. Thank you, Roman, for the follow. Thank you, Logan, for the follow. Thank you, Trey, for the follow. Thank you, Gabrielle, for the follow. Thank you, Holly, for the follow. Thank you, Murray, for the follow. Thank you, Ross, for the follow. Thank you, Hudson, for the follow. Thank you, Stevens, for the follow. Thank you, Troll, for the follow. I wasn't trying to kill him because he was AFK. Thank you, Aaron, for the follow. Thank you, Lawson, for the follow. Thank you, Haron, for the follow. Thank you, Irvin, BTW, for the follow. Thank you, Amber, for the follow. Thank you, Lane, for the follow. Thank you, Riley, for the follow. Thank you, M, for the follow. Thank you, EE, for the follow. Thank you, Irvin, for the follow. Thank you, E, for the follow. Thank you, Jason, for the follow. Thank you, Mimi, for existing. Thank you, Ivan, for the follow. Thank you, Nathaniel, for the follow. Thank you, Ross, for the follow. Thank you, Stranger, for the follow. Thank you, B, for the follow. Thank you, Molly, for the follow. Thank you, Aaron, for the follow. Thank you, Kang, for the follow. Thank you, Nuganga, for the follow. Hello, Antonio. Thank you, Aaron, for the follow. Thank you, Joshua, for the follow. Send me the link of the video you want me to comment on, Shark. Thank you, Antonio, for the follow. Thank you, Aaron, for the follows. Thank you, Matthews, for the follow. Thank you, Amber, for the follow. I send you GG for skin case. I don't give skin case, bro. Thank you, Corbin, for the follow. Hello, Zyrex. Thank you, Gabrielle, for the follow. Thank you, Holly, for the follow. Thank you, Sean, for the follow. Thank you, BE, for the follow. Thank you, Luffy, for the follow. Thank you, MM, for the follow. Thank you, BY, for the follow. Thank you, P4KT, for the follow. Thank you, Hannah, for the follow. Thank you, Mia, for the follow. Thank you, Bailey, for the follow. Thank you, Pete, for the follow. Thank you, Stray, for the follow. Thank you, Lily, for the follow. Thank you, Cooper, for the follow. Thank you, Alexander, for the follow. Thank you, Antonio. I appreciate you. Done. Send it. I'm trying a bit fast with my hands, but I don't care about my hands. The man doesn't care about his hands. Best Rivals player and streamer, said Mimi, guys. If Mimi said it, it has to be true. She said, I'm the best Rivals player and streamer. Thank you, E, for the follow. Thank you, Daniel, for the follow. Thank you, Scott, for the follow. Thank you, Ethan, for the follow. Thank you, Carter, for the follow. Thank you, Olivia, for the follow. Thank you, Bennett, for the follow. Thank you, Liam, for the follow. Thank you, Walker, for the follow. Thank you, Amelia, for the follow. Thank you, John Matthew Campos, for the follow. Thank you, Hughes, for the follow. Thank you, Noah, for the follow. Thank you, Parker, for the follow. Thank you, Sophia, for the follow. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Said Mimi, come on, gang, 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 gang. Thank you, Mason, for the follow. Thank you, Turner, for the follow. Thank you, Ava, for the follow. Thank you, Corbin9672, for the follow. Thank you, Collins, for the follow. Thank you, Lucas, for the follow. Thank you, Foster, for the follow. Thank you, Grace, for the follow. Thank you, Mitchell, for the follow. I can't comment. Oh, I can. There you go. What's poppin', Daves? A name for it, Trailer Parks. Trailer Parker Interceptors. Hello, Emilio. Thank you, Amelia, for the follow. Thank you, Chloe, for the follow. Thank you, Ward, for the follow. Mimi, do you want to join? Do you want to join me, man? Then we can run 2v2s. Ugh. Mimi said yes. Thank you, Lem, for the follow. Thank you, BCK, for the follow. Thank you, BDD, for the follow. Thank you, EYM, for the follow. Join my party, Mimi. Thank you, BFF, for the follow. Thank you, Abears92, for the follow. Have you joined my party, Mimi? Yes. Brilliant. Alright, come on here, Mimi. My name's pinned in the comments if you want to play The Interceptor. Comment that, I'll post it. There we go. I got you, my boy. Can I join your party? You can play against us, but it's only me and Mimi on the party, unfortunately. Oh my god, Mimi got assassinated. Yep, I picked the wrong weapon accidentally. They assassinated Mimi off the bat. But Mimi, this way you can level up. Yay! Woohoo, Mimi leveling up. Yay. Okay, right. Woohoo! I got him, yay! Thank you, Fire Master, for the follow. Thank you, Abner, the footballer, for the... How are you, bro? I commented it, Shark. Thank you, Sophia, for the follow. Thank you, Reed, for the follow. Thank you, Mason, for the follow. Thank you, Turner, for the follow. Thank you, Ava, for the follow. Thank you, Collins, for the follow. Thank you, Reeks, for the follow. Thank you, Strange, for the follow. Thank you, Pat, for the follow. Thank you, B, for the follow. Thank you, E, for the follow. Oh, Mimi got him. Thank you, Dark Side, for the follow. Thank you, Side, for the follow. Thank you, Side Dark, for the follow. Thank you, BE, for the follow. Thank you, Strange, for the follow. By the way, I made your mod Redz on my YT. Thank you, Shark. Thank you, Emilio Lauter, for the follow. Thank you, BE, for the follow. Thank you, Strange, for the follow. Thank you, Carter, for the follow. Me and Mimi cooked. Woohoo! Thank you, Ninja Monkey, for the follow. Thank you, MM, for the follow. Where are you, Mimi? Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Now. Yeah. What's poppin', Ninja? Thank you, MD, for the follow. Thank you, BBK, for the follow. Thank you, BTC, for the follow. Thank you, BLL, for the follow. I do not gift, unfortunately. Thank you, Cole, for the follow. Appreciate ya. $80k views in total. You're getting there, Shark. You're getting there. I think I got like 500k. Imagine if I was monetized this whole time. Bruh. Not even monetized yet. Yes, let's go, Mimi. Hello, John Ali. How are you, bro? I got sniped. Thank you, legit Sab Trader 67 for the follow. Thank you, Lucas, for the follow. Thank you, Grace, for the follow. Thank you, Mitchell, for the follow. Thank you, Mia, for the follow. Thank you, Alexander, for the follow. Thank you, Harper, for the follow. Thank you, Samuel, for the follow. Thank you, Zoe, for the follow. Thank you, Isa, for the follow. Thank you, Thomas, for the follow. Sorry, Aj for Rudin. I don't gift. Eric Sila Meza, if you want to play, my name's pinned in the comments. Drop me a friend request and you can join. What's good, Swage Marcon? How are you, bro? Not doing 1v1s at the moment, bro. I'm not doing 1v1s at the moment. Oh. Gosh, I'm yawning already. Thank you, My King Edits, for the follow. Let's pop in Athar video. Thank you, Marcus, for the follow. I'll join for 4v2. Let's jump in a private. I don't gift, unfortunately. Everybody join the private story. Appreciate you, legend, man. Thank you. Mimi's level 19 now. We love to see that. Okay. Make things fair. The teams are not fair. Oh, so against them, damn. I don't gift, unfortunately. Oh, I got glass cannon. Yo, yeah, seen with the heart me. Appreciate you, Mocker. Shark, that'd be too easy for us. That would just be way too easy for us. Can I get a shout out? If you was a big fan, mate, your fan status wouldn't be frozen. You know what? You know what it means when your fan status is frozen? It means you haven't gifted in a month. I wouldn't call that a big fan. I'll donate $5,000. We need £5 million. How are you lagging? You're on full bars, mate. I got a shotgun. Mate, I need to go to the toilet. I need a wee so bad. Oh. Oof. Ugh. Fair. You might just have crazy auto. You're my favourite streamer? Oh, you're my favourite Yasin. Yeah, that's what I thought as well, She's. That's what I thought as well. I'm joking. What are you saying, one? One. Okay. Thank you, Unknown, for the follow. What you saying, Derpy? You gonna join the private? Look at Sheezy with the 40 GGs. He knew he had to pull his wallet out, otherwise I was gonna kiss him. He knew he was in trouble. Trying to make up? Yeah, come through, Derpy. Thank you, Shees. Thank you, Nassim. Thank you, Yassim, for the 9 calls. Where are you now that I need you? Dun, 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 dun. We're saying Jadam. We're saying Fire. What's popping, Ryan? Literally won by the tiniest health. Where are you now that I need you? Dun 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 dun. Let's go. Oh my god. Where's the movement in chat? For real. Thank you, Talon, for the follow. We're waiting for Derpy. I'm gonna join in a bit. Say less, bro. Well, I'm not gonna be live for much longer. Thank you, A, for the follow. Thank you, B, for the follow. Thank you, C, for the follow. Thank you, D, for the follow. Thank you, E, for the follow. Thank you, F, for the follow. Thank you, G, for the follow. Thank you, H, for the follow. You can start. It's gonna take me while we're waiting for Derpy. He's taking forever though. I'm AI Redz. Derpy, where the hell are you? What's poppin', Diego? Waiting for Derpy apparently. If Derpy joins, one team will be more than the other. Damn. I'll pin my name in the comments, bro. Thank you, Clan of the K9, for the follow. Mini Pibble Wash, I accepted you. Of course I remember you, Diego. Where have you been? Shark, get on pad. He's going. Damn. See you later, man. Thank you for coming through. And thank you for the edit. I'll post it after this stream. Thank you, Volt Edits, for the follow. You're on a plane, but you don't know where you're going. Interesting. You should probably ask the pilot. See you later, Shark, man. Thank you for coming through. CG Clips, I accepted you, bro. Oh, wait, no. Try too hard. I accepted you. Mimi. Damn, bro, so fast. I don't know what happened. Damn. You woke up in the plane. Damn. See you later, Shark. What's good, Boz X? If you're not following, drop a follow, bro. Oh, I dropped this donut. Oh, that's for last round, Mimi. Sorry about that. Damn, I got sniped by derps. Diego, that's quite scary. See you later, Juice WRLD. You did not spare my life. You killed me. They're coming. Quick, hide. Oh, my drop this donut. No. What's popping, treasure? Thank you, Dylan, for the follow. Thank you, Lopez, for the follow. Thank you, Jono, for the follow. Thank you, Junior, for the follow. Thank you, Trey, for the follow. Thank you, J2, for the follow. Thank you, BD, for the follow. Thank you, MK, for the follow. Thank you, MRAM, for the follow. Thank you, Treasure, for the follow. Treasure, what is your question? Thank you, CG underscore clips, for the follow. Thank you, Mohammed Ahmed, for the follow. Thank you, Pigeon, for the follow. Thank you, Diego, for the follow. Unfortunately, I do not give skin cases. I do not give skin cases. Thank you, FIFA Scaffer, for the follow. Mimi, right. Diego said help. Someone help Diego. J2, if you want to play with me. My name's pinned in the comments. Appreciate you, ZZ Box. Yeah, come back here, Mimi. Mimi, come back. Yeah, yeah. Nah, don't hate me. Don't hate me. You know what's good. If you want to add me, chat, my name's pinned in the comments. Oh, I'm gonna drop this donut. Oh, I'm gonna drop this donut. What's poppin', AZ? And now there's me against Mimi. Coming for you. I'm behind you. Here I am. No. Damn it. She was running for her life. Yeah, she knew what was gonna happen. Thank you, Ryro. Thank you, Royo, for the Shard of Hope. The Shard of Hope. Appreciate you, man. Is my grandma is more better than you? I'm on the leaderboard. Check number 2. No way. That's crazy. Leo, I accepted you, dog. Homer dropped his donut. See you later, Chandler. Don't apologize, man. All good. They're throwing stuff off. Oh, that's good. That's just for weight reduction, bro. So safer landing. Damn it. Hello, Noya. Thank you, Ali, for the follow. They're taking your electronics away. That is not good. We don't want your electronics taken away, do we now? What are you saying, Mucker? What are you saying? Where are you?
I'm at home, my friend.
Oh, sorry, what? Trying to sign off?
So I'll probably sign off tonight. I'm something the fuck I'm elected today.
No, I hear that.
For some reason.
No, Mucker, gonna end the stream soon, so I can see what you're saying. But give me a shout tomorrow.
So no, if anything, if he gives me a shot at 5:45, bro, I'll go back to the home. If he's on coming down the drive, I'll come see you in it.
Say nothing, Mucker.
Fine, I'll let you know, yeah?
Say nothing, love. Go on. Thank you, Snazzin, for the follow. Appreciate your dog. Thank you, Manny America, for the follow. Can we join? Everyone's welcome to join. My name's pinned in the comments, so just come through. Thank you, Jackson Stoolin, for the follow. Hello, bro. Hello. Welcome if you're new to the stream. Damn it. I'm good, bro. How are you? How are you, Lucia? Thank you, Trey, for the follow. Thank you, D, for the follow. Thank you, B, for the follow. Thank you, K, for the follow. Thank you, M, for the follow. Thank you, Holly, for the follow. Thank you, Molly, for the follow. Thank you, Trey, for the follow. Thank you, Shay again for the follow. Thank you, The One, for the follow. Thank you, EBD, for the follow. Thank you, Ken, for the follow. Thank you, Strat, for the follow. Thank you, Samuel, for the follow. Thank you, Lucia, for the follow. Thank you, Sean, for the likes. Mimi, behind you. No. Oh, it's okay, girl. Don't worry about a thing, cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Thank you, Subskit, for the follow. Thank you, G63, for the follow. Thank you, EBD, for the follow. Thank you, BE, for the follow. Thank you, Tree, for the follow. Can we do a normal round? Of course, my boy. Just gotta switch it out for the viewers, you know how we do's. Punch the guy to death. Let's go. Nice, I got glass sharded to the face. I am playing Rivals RNG indeed. Would you like to play? Come through. Thank you, Lolendro, for the follow. Thank you, Bido, for the follow. Thank you, Trey Rax, for the follow. Thank you, 42, for the follow. Thank you, 88, for the follow. Thank you, 1738, for the follow. Thank you, Smart Kid, for the follow. Thank you, Mark, for the follow. Thank you, 2Lolelandro, for the follow. Everyone's welcome to play. My name is pinned in the comments. Thank you, M, for the follow. Thank you, Mark, for the follow. Thank you, BE, for the follow. Thank you, DYD, for the follow. Red Master, hit a follow. I need to use the toilet. I'll be back, chat. Oopsie. I'll be back. Won't be long. Someone's just gone into the bathroom so we can scrap that idea. Thank you, Jackson Tatam, for the follow. Accept your friend request, say less. I accepted you, bro. Of course, you can play Jackson, just hit a follow. Thank you, Mickey, for the follow. Thank you, Scares, for the follow. Thank you, Rabbi, for the follow. Thank you, Randy, for the follow. Thank you, Iki, for the follow. Thank you, B, for the follow. Thank you, M, for the follow. Thank you, AD, for the follow. Thank you, Gregory, for the follow. Only I have the powers to stop Derpy. I must stop Derpy. Only I am strong enough to stop Derpy. Oh, I died. Thank you, Dylan Clips, for the follow. Is in a private server? It is indeed. My name's pinned in the comments if you want to play. Yeah, this is a private server. Right, last game, last game. Last game, everybody. I went to poop. This is gonna be the last one. Be the last one till tomorrow now, chat. Mimi is here, correct. Flamey, you switched. Why is that? Nice, I shouldn't have done that. Damn. I got you on TT mod, don't worry. Let Marion get mod, is that so? I was sniped. I knew that I was there as well. I'm so stupid. Nice. How to become pro TikToker? Everyday stream. Non-stop stream every day. Stream like life depend on, because life is stream. Only can stream in life. Nothing else can do with life, only streaming in life. Yo, scan no batty, what was it? Derpy, what is that? What is that skin? Yeah, I know you're Marion, bro. What's popping, Guapo? You got Derpy low? Nice. He got the man low. You're a scandal by scandal. Ah! Thank you, Guapo Jobo, for the follow. Yeah, that's true, Flamey. You do stand out there. Anyway, back to business. Just had to eliminate Derpy's threat quickly. So guys, this Discord is in the TikTok link. Check my TikTok account. It's the first link. Press it and you can join the Discord. Don't press it, you can't join the Discord. Thank you, Nathan, and your local Aiden for the follow. Appreciate you both. Thank you everyone who came through to today's stream. I will be live again tomorrow around about 7 p.m, 8 p.m. But yeah, thank you all, and I shall see you in tomorrow's stream. Peace out, Derpy. See you later. Flamey. See you all. Peace, chat. Sorry, I got work tomorrow. I'm so tired. Peace out.